Hey everyone, I'm back with another video. Today I'll be doing a slight unboxing. Y'all have already seen this knife, and it's one I sent back. I sent it back on May 19th, and I had purchased it on the 23rd, or I would have gotten it on the 23rd of April of this year. So I sent it to Case on May 19th, and that was 96 days ago. So over 3 months it took them to do a very slight fix that I probably could have done if I really wanted to. I just didn't because I just figured it'd be easier to give it to them to work it out themselves. So let me open this package and y'all will see what it is. Y'all probably already know what I'm talking about, but I'll be right back. Okay, so this is how they packaged it. You know, of course they do the their form they always put in there. I have not gotten a written thank you on these before, but normally these are colored. I normally put a little bit of color with the red case, and these links are typically blue. So I don't know why they wrote thank you, and of course they put the product information thing. But then they just wrap this up because I didn't ship the knife. You know, they just wrapped it up with their paper. So let me get that packaging out of the way, and then we will open this up and see how they did on my Marilla. So here is the Marilla. So my issue was the blade was off center, which it's still off center. And like the big thing was the frame lock it didn't go very far, and the flipper tab didn't work fantastic. So let me just do, and I know one thing, if you're pressing on this, it puts pressure on the blade. So I'll put my finger down here, and then I'll put my finger up here, and look at that. They fixed the lock at least, but it's still not very smooth at all. My thing was, okay, there it goes. Maybe I just had to put a little more force to it, but still, I mean, I think it should be a little easier. But the lockup is much better, as you can see. Before, the steel kind of a liner part of that frame lock where it's steel on steel was not going completely in. It would probably only go like that. From what I remember, like it would still lock, but it would only be right there. But now they have fixed the frame lock. I want to see, one thing I remember on mine is that I had a little bit of a ding right here, and so they didn't replace it. This is mine because my lanyard hole had a little ding on the paint. So I am glad to have this back. Of course, I've gotten a bunch of other knives since to take the place of my Marilla, but I really did like the Marilla from the time I used it, even though this always happened, and it's still happening. I can tell a difference from putting my finger here on the frame, obviously, because it's putting pressure on the actual blade. So, but it still should be a lot smoother, in my opinion. So I don't really know what to do now. It's been nearly 100 days since it was gone. I mean, there you can see Marilla S35EN with the stonewash blade. It is serrated, USA made, of course, case on the front, but at least the blade is locking up. That was the important thing. Very nice ergonomic knife. It's a bigger knife, but it's light enough to not feel huge. So kind of aggravating that it's not as smooth as it should be without just, you know, I don't want to flick it open like that every single time, you know what I mean? But maybe I'm in a kind of a tight area right here recording, but I mean, even still, just, it's not very smooth. I mean, and the blade, that was one thing I'd said, the blade was a little off center, kind of towards the show side. On camera, it is shown kind of straight down the middle. And it might be, and my eyes are just deceiving me, but anyways, it's back. I'm not too worried about it. And I have 24 other knives I can use in place of this one, you know what I mean? So it's not really a big deal, but at the same time, it kind of is, because I sent it in to get the issue fixed, and this still happens. So, I don't know. Glad I have it back, so I guess I can't complain too much because it's here, finally. But y'all can watch my other videos on the actual review and unboxing of this, but I want to come on here and show my reaction to see if they fixed it. I can't tell if they would have sharpened it or not. Got a piece of paper here. I can see if I can do a paper test. It's still sharp. I think it was pretty sharp from the factory when I got it. But, you know, you can still... It's decently sharp. I doubt they really sharpened the serrations too much. And then the blade's kind of... see the tip of it. Let's see that blade grind. Decent grind on the blade. That's not a burr, it's just from where the paper grabbed onto it. Let's see the tip. So it's not a super pointy tip. As you can see there next to my skin. But it's I enjoy the Marilla. It's a good knife. The S35 will stay pretty sharp. It's a beefy knife, you know what I mean? It just has a pretty thick blade grind, or blade stock, I should say. So it's a pretty big knife. Nice sturdy tip. It's not super thin and slicey like some knives I would prefer, now that I have gotten a bunch of other ones. But there you can see all the way through it, it's kind of a skeletonized knife. Makes it super light with the aluminum handles too. There you can see some oil leaking through the pivot. That's probably what they were doing, is all they did was put some oil in it and put it in a box and forgot about it for 3 months. That's probably what happened, if you want my honest opinion. Because I could have done that, or I could have unscrewed this pivot and fixed it myself. But, you know, it is what it is. Things happen, and, you know, case is always full of disappointment anyways. So, that's all right. So, thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like and comment, subscribe. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.